Welcome to Sprinkle with Hope podcast with your host, Shane. Today, we're going to revisit an episode that we talked about in season one, which was our very first episode, which was about hope. And we thought we would give hope a lot more love. There's some good insight into the episode one that we shared with hope, but we want to give you a little bit more insight into what hope means to us. So Jason and I came up with an acronym, which is HOPE, H-O-P-E, and we put a little bit more thought into each one of those letters and what they could mean to all of us, and we wanted to share that with you. Before I do that, I want to share a quote by Lemony Snicket, and he is an person in the series of unfortunate events, and he says, "Strange as it may seem, I still hope for the best, even though the best, like an interesting piece of mail, so rarely arrives, and even when it does, it can be lost so easily." For me, hope really is that it's it's an opportunity to look towards the future with an optimism and excitement and just a way that we can look for positive in life. It's something really that gives me just things to look forward to and excitement for the future. And that could even just be in a few hours that we have something that we're looking forward to. I'm not saying next year, in 5 years, that for me, it's really just looking out closely and seeing those type of things. So we want to share what hope stands to us. So the H we came up with stands for heart. And when we say that, we're saying follow your heart, really look at what's inside of your heart and the desires that you have and follow those no matter what they are. If you can dream it, you can have it really, truly. I honestly believe that. And with your heart, you should have pure and honest intentions. Hopefully, that gives you a little bit more insight into the word hope and the meaning for the H, which again we came up with stands for heart.
I love that. And when Shane and I were discussing this, this acronym HOPE, heart we felt like was kind of at the center, because that's what we think, right? We think about heart. So I want to talk about the O, which is we came up with is overcome. Uh, overcome. The mind is the only limiting factor to what we have. And so if we can overcome and have hope to that we will overcome those hard and difficult things, I think that's what it's really all about. Overcoming your fears, your adversity, your hardships, and really surrounding yourself. And we've talked about this before, but surrounding yourself with those five people. Hopefully, they're five positive people like Shane and I that really strive hard each day to live the way that we want to, the things that we want to have, and that we can overcome those difficult challenges. And we're not saying that just by having hope that hard things aren't going to happen or that they're not going to come. That wouldn't ever be true. So difficult things are going to come, but we're saying is that as you have hope, that will help you overcome these trials and these adverse things that you're going to face.
Right. The other thing I want you to remind yourself is all of the things that you have overcome so far. We've all been faced with difficulty, and so the O for us stands for overcome, and it can remind us all of the things that we have overcome and all of the things that we will overcome because we will be faced with those challenges, but we can do it. The P in hope stands for passion. I love passion. Have something that you desire and go after that. Live with the passion, live with a passion. It can be passionate about anything. It can be about puzzles. It can be about reading books. It can be about traveling. It can be about anything, but live that passion out. Don't just have the passion, but actually live it out, no matter what it is. My passion happens to be traveling. I love traveling. going on vacation with my family. We just recently came back from Disney World in Florida. I love making memories, and it's just something that I'm passionate about. I'm looking forward to the next vacation that we're going to take, and so we want P to stand for passion, and that you each are passionate about something in life, and then going after that as often and as frequent as you can.
I love passion, and I'm very passionate about travel as well. And so, following in my passion and kind of walking in Shane's footsteps, is we're going to be going to Disney World this this year in 2021. And yeah, as you have that passion, that will kind of help drive you to having hope. We really think that having the passion will help you to overcome some of those adverse things. So Booker T. Washington was an American educator, author, orator, and advisor to multiple presidents of the United States. And he said this: success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome. And I really loved that, because I think that is absolutely the truth. That as we're faced with these obstacles and how we overcome them, that's what really is success, is facing things head on, not having the fear. I was talking to my youngest son about going to Disney World and some of the rides that we would face. And he's a little nervous and apprehensive to go on some of those, and I told him not to let that fear drive him to a decision to either go or not go on that ride. If fear is the only thing, then we should go on it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That not to let fear drive us. So to kind of wrap up hope here, our E in hope is enough. And Shane and I truly, truly believe that everyone is born with worth. You are enough. Don't ever sell yourself short. We have some amazing things that we can provide to each other. And so really I want you to think about this quote from Mahatma Gandhi, who is an Indian lawyer, and a lot of people know him as kind of being this really spiritual person. But he says, strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength.
That's awesome. So to recap what we have come up with as far as hope, what hope means to us, the H is for heart, the O is for overcome, the P is for passion, and the E is for enough. And we really wanted to share this with you, that this is going to be something that we really focus a lot more on in the future. If we do speaking engagements, this is what we'll present. We really feel like those things can really help shape each of our lives. And if we look at hope in these ways, then we can overcome anything. I have two quotes that I want to share. One is by Charles Haddon Spurgeon. He's an English Baptist preacher that lived in the mid 1800s. And he says, hope itself is like a star, not to be seen in the sunshine of prosperity and only to be discovered in the night of adversity. So I love that it gives you an opportunity to look towards the future with excitement and encouragement. And like you were talking about fear I think holds us back from hope. And we just need to not allow fear to get in the way of having hope. The last quote I have is by Jonas Salk, an American virologist and medical researcher. He says, hope lies in dreams, in imagination, and in the courage of those who dare to make dreams into reality. I just love that if you have hope, at least from my standpoint, that you can dream anything, you can go after it, and you can make those dreams reality. You can look within yourself and maybe dispel some of that fear that you have for anything, that you can overcome those things that are holding you back. You can have passion in life and really go after things. And you can tell yourself that you are enough. that no matter what anybody else is telling you, you are enough. And so this is just some more thoughts that we wanted to dive a little bit deeper into hope and share with you